sun. Sharona. Hey, 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 woo! My Sharona. All right, hey, welcome to Tribulation 5/15/2011. I'm your Jedi Warrior for Jesus, Ben Hellistead. Today is January 3rd. It's Friday out here in San Jose, California. It's cold and it's kind of overcast. We've been having this real spooky weather where we get all sorts of bizarre looking clouds. They've been looking like birds, man, seriously, for the last week. You know, on the first, it was either the first day of the year or the 31st, we had chemtrails like you'd never seen before. But then, you know, for the last 2 days, it's just been like birds, man. Ravens, hawks, doves, whatever. Just, that's all the clouds in the sky. That's how I've been reading them. But it's been cold, overcast, and then the sun breaks out. And it's almost like summer in the middle of winter, you know. The seasons are all mixed up. Hey, God bless you if this is your first time tuning in. This is my personal witness and testimony to the tribulation that is literally unfolding right in front of my very eyes. And may God bless you for tuning in. Hopefully that means that your eyes are opened, that your ears can hear and your eyes can see, and your mind can process everything you see around you, because all is not as it appears. The world is tending to be one huge, gigantic distortion nowadays. Anyway, I only got 15 minutes. I don't even want to go that long. I just wanted to get in a couple of crucial updates. Hey, my heart goes out to all the people across the world, but especially Americans who are in the middle of a nor'easter, and there's another snowstorm on the way. The football game between the 49ers and the Green Bay, they're saying it's going to be the coldest game ever played in the NFL at minus 18 degrees, man. I tell you what, I've been in Chicago when it was minus 30, and your face literally freezes, so you got to put a cloth over your face, and you can't breathe normal air. So, you know, we're living in a time and age where the most amazing things are happening. Records are being broken and shattered, you know, extreme weather, etc. every single day. You just have to have your eyes open. You know, there's fireballs. An asteroid just came in where they just saw it and boom, there it almost hit us. It was a couple of meters, went across the United States. Everybody's seen it, and there's more and more of these. We got the comet Ison crossing the incoming tail, and whatever the remnants of the comet are, all coming into play in the next couple of days. But that song I opened up with was a song by the Knack, My Sharona. It was a #1 song back in 1979. And the reason why I played it is because as of this morning, the BBC News is saying that ex-Prime Minister of Israel, Ariel Sharon, his health has deteriorated. He has been in a vegetative state for 8 years, since 2006. And, you know, his health has gone up and down, but it seems like it's now at the end, my friends. And you know what? This is the time and age. You know, you notice, you know, Mandela, you know, Michael Jackson, you know, just icons around the world are dropping left and right. But Ariel Sharon, man, is special because he's intricately tied to the nation of Israel. And there was a prophecy that was made by a Rabbi Yitzhakh Kaduri. And I'm not sure when he made the prophecy, but I'm going to say it was probably somewhere around or after, shortly after 2006, when Sharon went into the coma. But he basically said, Rabbi Kaduri states that he met Jesus, the Messiah, and he said that Jesus is going to come shortly after Ariel Sharon dies. And you know what? 2014 kind of looks like the year that Sharon is going to kick the bucket. And, you know, hey, God bless him and his family. But, you know, it's once again just another sign amongst many, many signs. You know, right now, if you go to the Watcher's website, it has the planetary alignments and positions for the month of January. You know, Venus is going into what they call an apparition, where it's not lighted up, it's dark, it's like a ghost, nobody can see it. But around the 11th, boom, 111, the morning star is going to rise in the skies. You know, a brilliant morning star. And Jupiter, of course, has been blazing and is getting brighter as we speak, as it reaches a perihelion with Earth. But Prime Minister Ariel Sharon, that's kind of like the big news. I want to give some props and a shout out to 9 Nadia. She's got 2 videos that she just put up. One called The Dragon, the Beast, the Harem, and the Asteroid, and the other one called The Asteroid Strike, When and Where. Clues indicate 2014. I tell you what, Nadia, she's spiritual. She's not like I don't believe she's like a Christian or anything like that. And everything she does video-wise, she really does it from a more of almost an atheist perspective, analyzing the scriptures and prophecy. But you know what? I think a lot of the stuff she's put together, she's done just a super awesome job, so I'm going to give her thumbs up. I'm not going to say she's got everything figured out, but maybe she does. But the 2 videos she put up are just mind-blowing, and everything points to this coming year. We got the tetrad of blood red moons happening this year and next year. Surely prophecy is going to unfold like it never has. But her one video on the asteroid strikes, it talks about the 1290 days, which could actually be 1290 years, and she ties it into the Catholic Church and the stock market. Remember that day it went down 777 points? Hey, that was a pointer. We're living in the age of synchronicity, the end of one age, the beginning of the other age, where time is overlapping in and of itself, and it's no longer about linear progression. It's more about reflective nature, the wholeness of understanding of any given particular thing, because we're entering into the eternal model. But people are mind-blown because they see these numbers, 444, 111, 44, 96. It doesn't matter. Even your very lives, as you analyze stuff, you will come to a more fullness of understanding, because people have been thinking it's just chaos, random chance. That's how our whole lives we were programmed about evolution being just pure chance, that a cell all of a sudden popped out of nowhere and then developed into everything you see today. But I'll tell you, evolution is in play, but it's not by chance. It's by grand design. The crop circle that landed just south of Salinas is surely pointing to that. But there are principalities and shadows in high places, because that's how the world is kind of running. They are in motion, and they work off of all the numbers and all the stars and signs as well. So, alakazam, bam! Yo, lo and behold, 2014 is gonna blow our mind as the world on one hand continues to spiral downward into chaos. But those with eyes to see, the glory literally splits the heavens open, and the light is gonna pour forth in truth. It's going to shine like never before, and all the distortions, and I mean, they're everywhere on every level. But, most importantly, look at, you just point anywhere, like the financial system's ready to collapse. The stock market's higher than ever. It's the golden calf. And yet, more people are dropping out of the workforce than ever before. The true unemployment rate is probably 12%, but the fake media will tell you it's dropped down to 7%. And what a great job Barack Obama's doing, even though there's more poor people than ever, and more middle-class people are finding out they're not middle-class anymore. But you know what? It's all in what you want to believe and where you are. If you've been living a hedged-in existence, a bubblized life where you can't see farther than the bubble in front of you, and everything is roses, well, hey, God bless you, and God bless the life you've been living. But those bubbles are going to pop, my friends. And, I don't want you to be shocked when the real reality of what the heck is going on starts surfacing. But, it's kind of like in the food industry. I watched this video yesterday. It was some company that was pushing their product, Key Probiotics, but they were showing the distortion in the whole sugar industry. And you know what? That's what the United States started over, because it was taxing sugar, and that's what launched the Revolutionary War. But that's been in play ever since, as all the conglomerates in the food industry, have been using processed sugar and processed foods to literally feed us poison. And China just rejected a crop of corn, and I saw in the news just this morning, General Mills, the maker of Cheerios, says they're not going to use GMO, genetically modified food and processed foods in Cheerios. They said they'd been using natural oats, but God knows what else they'd been putting in Cheerios. And I'll tell you what, my friends, I like Cheerios. I've been eating Cheerios forever. But it ties into that video I watched on the Candida bacteria in your stomach. Because, Cheerios has been branding their cereal for years as saying it's good for your heart. You won't have a heart attack. It's good for your heart. And that's what that video was showing about sugar, is that when Dwight Eisenhower had a heart attack in the Oval Office, that back in 1955, that's when our whole country took this turn where we were looking at heart attacks and eating non-fat and trans fats and all, and we started getting into this whole world of chemically and genetically engineered food that we started consuming, especially, you know, sodas and whatnot, and none of it's good, my friends. Now, what they have known for decades is if you mix enough natural stuff, it will delay, cover up the actual poison and death that's being spread. So in other words, if you eat, you know, 10 to 30% actual good food, then you can consume 70 to 80% horrible stuff, and you'll still be killing yourself, just so slow you won't be able to notice it. Whereas if that's all you ate was crappy stuff, you know, those are the people that come down with cancer, skin rashes, psoriasis, you know, and all the things. You know, the video, I was blown away, because it was talking about eating vegetables, and I got a lot of people where they're like, oh, be vegetarians, and God bless the vegetarians, but humans aren't actually designed to be vegetarians. You know, animals that eat nothing but grass and oats have 2 stomachs. Why? Because they got 2 levels of bacteria to process all this stuff. Humans only got 1. But processed sugar feeds this bacteria, candida, and it will literally take over your body. It's a worm within, and it'll make you crave the bad stuff, and it will keep you up at night. It will make you sterile, and, you know, isn't it surprising that Viagra is like, you know, the biggest drug out there for all the people going impotent, you know, due to the food we're being fed by our own government. But, you know, vegetarians, man, you know, it was just kind of talking about how it's not as easy as you think to process vegetables, and at the same time they've been genetically modifying all these vegetables. So I'm just telling you, like, there's no super safe path out there, my friends, except for Jesus Christ. You know, the way, the truth, and the life, and the light. You know, it doesn't matter whether you call them the life or the light, it's the same thing, man. But you know, if you start vibrating on the heavenly frequency, your body will naturally protect and heal itself. But if you're on the shadow path and you're generating the 741 and you got nothing but shadows and I'll call it evil manifesting, that's all unhealthy for you. That's a proven fact. And that's all in play, my friends. You know, going through the tail of Comet Ison, who knows what's in that dust, you know. But the food industry is a big sham. The financial industry is a big sham. You know, the sabers and drums of war are beating all over the place. Syria just missed their first checkpoint on turning in their weapons of mass destruction. Oh, surprise, surprise, surprise. You know, when Obama and Secretary of State Kerry said, oh, hey, we're negotiating with the Syrians, we're negotiating with the Iranians, we can trust these guys. You know, all of the, you know, sheeple were like, oh, okay, you know, if Obama Salama, if he says it, it must be right, you know. But, you know, right there, you know, the very first milestone they didn't make, and they ain't gonna make none of them. You know, they're doing whatever the heck they want to do. You know, America is the ones being played for fools, but all of it may be for naught. And of course, Fukushima continues to be the most horrific man-made disaster ever in the history of the world. And, you know, there's all sorts of radioactive steam. They got Geiger counters going off here in California and across the United States. And, you know, once again, it all plays into that timeline that Nadia laid out, where she talks about the 1,260 or 90 days being years. And if you look at the last 1,260 years or 90 years or so, it's been the tribulation like there has never been ever before in the history of the world, man. You know, between the world wars, the damage done to the environment through, you know, mankind's thirst for hunger and power, it's been unparalleled. And I'll tell you, my friends, it's all coming to a crescendo. And a new age, a new paradigm is breaking out. There's the dark side. They're hoping that they can shape the world, shape the future to what they want to be. And if you want an idea, you just got to go down and read them Georgia Guidestones. They don't want 7 billion people. And they want elites that have it all, and then just slaves. That's the pyramid, man. But guess what? There's a whole nother future that's out there, man. And it's an upside down pyramid. It's the exact opposite paradigm, man. And It's about to unfold, and the glory is about to pour forth. So, stay tuned, my friends. The tribulation is shifting into high gear. And be happy. Joy to the world. Because if we go down the path that the Illuminati has set forth, the three-dimensional box that they're designing, that picture of the white picket fence 401k, that is surely destruction. A false image, a false guide, a false idol. Alright, hey, God bless you all. Think positive. Reflect on it all. It's time to ponder, not to wander. Yeah. Alright, stay thirsty, my friends. Sharona!